Blog post time. We've got some interesting information about where Sharon Carter is going to be available. You can see I'm out of town. I'm visiting Kat's parents. We're having a blast up here, but we're going to go over the Dormammu kit and some of the entry requirements to get into Dark Dimension 5. And probably the most important thing about this blog post, without a doubt, because it's mostly just the text of Dormammu's kit. And he looks like he's going to be quite amazing. Secret Avengers Sharon Carter, starting on October 26th, will be in the Raid store, and I actually feel like that is a fairly reasonable. However, that being Tuesday, the 26th, I'm guessing that we're going to get a Mega Red Legendary event first week of November, so that doesn't give it a lot of time. Now we're going to go into the kit. There's a bunch of great information here. But largely it's mostly just the kit, and I'm not really sure how quickly most people are going to be able to get him. I'm not planning on getting him anytime soon, but there's some good news and bad news in this. We're going to kind of talk about the entry requirements. The main thing is that it's pretty much nearly identical entry requirements to that of Dark Dimension 4. And so what I'm hoping is that there will be a lot of overlap in the characters needed for Dark Dimension 5 is Dark Dimension 4, but I suspect that will not be true. I'm pretty sure they're going to make it in a way that however they set up these nodes, probably it's going to be unique to the newer characters in the game, and that a lot of people are not going to get overlap. Also, probably going to be very difficult to get multiple symbiotes and things like that. The order is different. You can see 1 through 3 is no restriction, then 4 through 6 is City, which was later on Global, Cosmic, and then lastly, Legendary. In DD5, Global was here, and then City was in last, and Cosmic was in the middle, and Legendary was last. So, the first person that finishes DD5 will get a bonus 7-star. There's some nuances to it. Also, they'll be able to do a lot of community things, which I think would be great. All of this is very similar to DD4. They definitely went out of their way to mention that they're going to have their name immortalized in the game, but the game must be appropriate game use and not represent the player, not a third party or a general statement. So no more Remnants can twerk on Twitch. Yags kind of threw them for a loop, so now they have a clause right there. Dormammu. Okay, and a lot of other free bonus stuff for the community in general, and I think that's great. Dormammu. I kind of want to talk about this, and it looks like it's going to play out similar to that of Doom as far as the first and the second run. But his kit is a entire book of text. Let's start with the passive. We're going to go over this quickly because part of me kind of feels like it's not that important, because I'm not planning on getting Dormammu to like February or next summer. I mean, most people, I polled my Twitch chat yesterday, and less than half, or a little more than half, the people have already barely got Doom unlocked. The other half don't. So, people are still working on Doom, let alone Dormammu, and it's going to be hard to get. But some of the key components to this kit, which is kind of bonkers, is that basically he offers a revive to everybody else on the team, and that they come back with 40% of their health. He himself cannot revive. But on spawn and on his turn, basically, because when at the start of the battle, he's going to be getting all of these. Once he's going to be getting immunity for 2 turns, offense up for 2 turns, defense up for 2 turns, and as people lose their revive once, then this passive ability will go down as the battle progresses, which is very interesting. Now, it does not stack, so like with Adam Warlock would not have 2 revives. Fine. This is probably one of the most scary things in the kit right here. On enemy turn, if charged, flip all positive effects to negate effects and apply 2 bleed to that enemy. And so this is going to persist until Dormammu takes a turn. So this is kind of crazy if you think about like Kestrel. Kestrel blocks summons, but the charge doesn't lapse until Kestrel takes a turn. So this is going to be happening whenever Dormammu has charge, and every time the enemy takes a turn, they're going to have all their positive effects flipped, and then also added the bleed. Kind of bonkers good check this. On stun, clear stun, and apply regeneration to self. I believe trauma will short circuit this, but of course, we're going to have to see exactly how that works. Trauma is still, a new mechanic to us that was introduced with Omega Red, and it's going to be very important. My understanding is it's a super powerful ability, but that should prevent that from happening. When this character drops below 50% max health, gain Safeguard for 2 turns and Stealth for 2 turns. So that means when he goes below 50%, he's going to go into Stealth and then the Safeguard mechanic is going to prevent that Stealth from disappearing, as well as any other positive effects they have. He gets a lot more health. My understanding, his stats are bonkers. You were at Tana. You can check out Tana's channel. He did an analysis of his stats relative to the other characters of the game, and his stats are over the top amazing. He has ridiculous resistance that goes up with more Mystic characters. In Reminex's video, it was a team made up of all Mystic characters, and they were just walking over Infinity Watch, which is just crazy. When this character has stealth, gain higher block chance, which is what will proc when he goes 50% max health. Lower the assist for all cosmic brawlers by 50%. This bonus increased by additional 50% with the characters above 50% max health. So this is going to basically negate Infinity Watch. This is a call out to Nebula. And also America Chavez, as I pointed out in yesterday's video, is that the hashtag Nerf America Chavez worked because she is a cosmic brawler, and this will be a soft nerf to her. But no, it's mostly for Gamora, Nebula, and that's in alignment with what they did with like Black Bolt, hit with his soft counter to Ultron, or his counter to Ultron really, and the same thing with Phoenix and Ebony Maw, where they didn't really. Black Bolt calls out what villain tech, and Phoenix calls out hero controllers. Let's go to this special because this is going to pop off 2 turn. Apply stun and trauma for 2 turns, and trauma is very powerful mechanic, which prevents them from removing negative effects. It's like it's like the opposite of Safeguard, but I imagine it's more powerful because it's an offensive stat that you put on your opponent and stops them from doing their funny things, which I think is fantastic. For 2 turn stun, of course, is great. And then it's got the cleave, primary adjacent targets for 300% damage. Apply slow for 2 turns, a heal block for 2 turns to all adjacent targets. So all of this is very good. And then this is where the charge from. Charge, gain 3 charge, attack cannot be blocked. So this particular ability cannot be blocked, but it can be avoided. It can be miss, and it can miss. So I believe there's an opportunity here because I believe Dormammu's speed is in alignment with Phoenix, and I'm just pulling this number off the top of my head, somewhere in the 119 range. I could be wrong on that, but that's what I believe it is. And maybe you can blind him, and this won't go off. But I believe his resistance is over the top. And so that may not stick anyways. Then his ultimate ability, which is 7-9, clear all negative effects from self and clear all heal block from all allies. And this is just delete the other team, basically, because he does a lot of damage. He has very high damage. Heal self and all allies for 40% of this character's max health. Attack the primary target for tons of piercing, which means it'll bypass armor, and it's just straight damage. Attack all enemies, including the primary target, for 500% piercing. Apply offense down for 2 turns, defense down for 2 turns, slow for 2 turns, all enemies. Apply off. Basically, give them all the negative effects and get all the positive effects. Unavoidable, cannot be blocked or counterattacked. And then his basic attack, basically, this is crazy. If the character has ability block, fill speed bar by 80%, this attack cannot miss. So this is kind of a crazy kit. I'm sure there's a lot of things that I overlooked and opportunities for things to grow. I mean, even like right here, gain 50% for each Mystic character. That's a call out to the opponent's Mystics or the ones on your team. It doesn't even matter. This is going to be a crazy kit. Best character in the game. Plug and play. Going to destroy the arena. They absolutely are going to make a huge difference in this game. So again, Sharon Carter will be going to the raid store. I believe that's very good. Legendary event coming back will be Sinister 6, and then we're going to get some blitzes. We're going to get Karnak Boo. Cull Obsidian. I imagine a lot of people are still not maxed out on Cull Obsidian, so I think that'll probably be a pretty good thing. And then we're going to get double Drox for the Sinister 6, and don't forget that 2 times 0 is still 0. And then we have our monthly payday event, which is around the corner. Always looking forward to that. What do you think of this Dormammu kit? I'm excited about this because it looks like it has a lot of opportunities to be crazy bonkers good. Of course, it is very good, but part of me knows I'm not going to be getting him anytime soon, and so that is a bit of a disappointment. So it is. All right, let me know what you think in the comment section. And as always, thanks for watching. Keep on gaming.